to the D&D Morning Show. We've got another episode ready to roll.
Come on back at ya.
That's right.
We're excited. We just got back from a long trip.
We did.
Had a beautiful time.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it'd be cool. Hopefully you can see we're a little bit on the side here. Of side of the camera because we wanted to show you the downtown of Calgary, which is where I grew up. Not downtown of Calgary, but in this area.
You grew up in Calgary, in this area, with this view in the background.
That's right. So hopefully you can see it. And we're going to hang out to the side.
We're going to be over here. And if you haven't noticed, we switched sides.
Crazy. We're switching things up. Fall's coming, and here we are.
So today, let me talk about what we're talking about today. We have airport frustration fun fact from this guy here. Then I recently have been doing some new research on iron and absorption of iron. So I'm going to share all that with you guys. We have a recipe, another salad recipe coming at you, and we'll end with a quote.
All right, sounds like a great show.
It's going to be a good one. So let's start off, Drew, with your airport frustration.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is?
What you got?
All right. We were at the airport, and usually...
It's got like 1,000 airport frustrations about it.
This one is in regards to how you board the plane. On your ticket, it says what zone you are in to board the plane. Luckily, we're usually like the last zone, zone 5. It
almost
just
always
happens. I'm not sure how, but that's our story. They were super excited this time because we're zone 3. We moved up. And we go, okay, zone 1 boards, zone 2 boards, then zone 3 boards. So we pack up our stuff and we head to the line. And it's this gigantic line, and it's just supposed to be zone 3 people.
Like everyone boarding. On the plane.
But everyone in the waiting area decided that they should board, even though it's not their zone. Take it from here, Drew.
Oh. All right, so first of all, everyone, I don't know what's wrong with this. Was worse than usual.
Yeah.
And it's bad to begin with. This was worse than usual. So the last plane that was coming, it hadn't. Everyone hadn't gotten off the plane yet. So they had to ask the whole group of people, everyone that was getting on the new plane, our plane, went and stood in line. And they're standing there, so they had to ask like 3 or 4 or 5 times, like, your plane is not boarding. Can you move out of the way, please?
We need to get people off of the plane, and you're in the way.
and nobody would move. They just stood there waiting. So they just kept asking them, and no one would move. So the people trying to get off the plane were like trying to shuffle through the big line. So that was the first one. That was a bit annoying. And then from there, it was like, we kind of know from the past that a lot of people go and line up when it's not their turn. So I went up and asked, and Dorothy's like, they just called our zone, so let's go up and board. So I went up to see, it was our time to get in line, and there's this huge line. So I said, are you in zone 3? No. Are you in zone 3? No. So I kept going up, and then one lady, she said no, and I said, well, do you mind if I ask what zone you're in? She said, zone 5. She said, I just thought I should get in line. And I was like, and then one of the flight attendants was saying, excuse me, people, we still have 50 people in zone, it was a big plane, 50 people in zone 3 to board. Can you move out of the way?
If you're not in zone 3, go sit down.
And of course, nobody moved. So those of us in zone 3 were like trying to shuffle through the line to get to the front. And anyways, that was a major frustration for me because it's so simple. Like, everyone's going to get on. You all have a seat. You all have a place to put your bags.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure where the fear comes from. We're all getting on the plane.
Yeah.
We're all gonna have a spot for our bags.
There's enough room for everyone. You bought your ticket. So anyways, we travel quite a bit, so we can laugh and joke about this. We're not like super like angry at the time.
No.
We're like get upset. We're just like, oh, that happened again. So what's our main topic today?
Main topic is iron. I recently went and got my hair cut, and the lady, she asked me about my hair loss. It was a good friend of ours, and she says cutting my hair, and she asked me, Dorothy, do you always lose this much hair? And I said, yes, more recently I've been having like hairballs, right, come out when I wash my hair or when I brush my hair. And she tells me that's not a good sign. And of course there's a variety of different things it could be, but given her professional experience, she suggested that perhaps I was experiencing some low iron. So then, of course, instead of jumping in and taking an iron supplement or something like that, Drew and I always look to food first. So we've been doing a bunch of research around iron and iron absorption. So Drew, it's kind of interesting because that's one of the reasons, or one of the ways we've designed Complete Truth, is for women and their lack of iron as well.
Yeah, iron consumption is a big one for women. Like women tend to lose iron, especially as they age, to lose iron at a higher rate. So unfortunately, like let's say for example, we're highly active. So when you're running, if you're a runner, for example, you actually pop blood vessels on the bottom of your feet with all that pounding. So we lose blood in that regard. Yeah. We lose blood through our menstrual cycles. So we
not you.
Well, we don't.
I do.
So that's another way we lose iron. So it's important to replace that iron, and because we have a highly plant-based diet, we don't always get those nutrients or that iron supplement or nutrient, mineral from meat, for example.
Yep.
So Dorothy went and did a bunch of research, and we want to do a better job of having enough iron